Welcome to the Virgo Full Moon. The main quality or the main virtue of the Virgo Full Moon is the virtue of discipline and constancy. Let's spend a few minutes talking about them. The virtue of discipline means the capacity to always keep in front of yourself and as the context the larger goal you are committed to. Not getting distracted, but just walking the path day after day. Day after day. Discipline is a function of how committed you are to taking actions that you know are the right ones to take. Constancy, on the other hand, is about resilience. Not only with disciplined way taking action, but recognizing when you've actually faltered in your discipline and resourcing yourself back and taking one more step forward. That is not giving up. So discipline and constancy is the virtue that allows us to bring forth our best efforts in the most disciplined way without any distraction and comebacks when we falter. When you have discipline and constancy in your life, any vision for you have for yourself or your life becomes possible, empowered by the Virgo constellation, which is the reservoir of this virtue. Like all virtues, this virtue is also accompanied by four qualities. The first quality is capacity for details. As they say, the devil lives in the details. I would like to say, success and predictability of success lives in details. So it's not just enough to know where you are going. What are you accomplishing or what are you committed to accomplishing? It is also important to know every little detail of how you will get there. Most mistakes that lead to losing your path in life are not big mistakes. We all know how not to make big mistakes, how not to make big actions, but usually it is small, simple, micro decisions over a period of time. That's 1 degree of difference that makes a huge difference. So capacity for details allow you to hold in your mind not just the vision but the whole path of how you will accomplish and fulfill that vision. The next quality is methodical and systematic aptitude. Many of us like to say, oh, I'm going to go with the flow, whatever comes, I will do. Flow is a state actually of maximum performance, where in a very methodical and systematic way, you have eliminated all resistance. So you are flowing with the cadence of time towards the goal. Flow is not a chaos, out of control, I hit there, I hit where type of action. So true flow requires a systematic and methodical approach to take not only all the steps that you need, but in the sequence that you need to take them to have the maximum impact that you want to achieve for why you are doing something. Methodical and systematic aptitude is a big predictor of the virtue of discipline and constancy. The third accompanying quality is discrimination with balanced perception. Discrimination is a faculty of the mind, the capacity to know what is a wholesome choice, what is a non-wholesome choice, and preventing your bias from coming into play. When you have a balanced perception, your balanced perception prevents you from your IGMs, your seeds of failures, or your blind spots. You have the capacity not only to know what's right, but your sense of what's the right thing to do is free from the bias of whatever things you like or whatever feeds your ego, making that choice for you. That's balanced perception. Many of us know what's the right thing to do. Somehow we don't end up doing it. That is not the lack of discrimination, that is the lack of balanced perception. Or we end up overdoing it. That is also the lack of balanced perception. So discrimination with balanced perception is a super accelerator of progress towards a more peace, tranquil, and a life that's full of flow. The final quality of the Virgo full moon is good order and structure. Good order essentially means organizing things for maximum impact. Structure means making them sustainable. So when you choose to do things in your life, you not only need to organize them in a sequence with the right kind of resources, with the right way of approaching things, that you achieve the maximum impact, or as my friends would call it, maximum bang for the buck, but also have a structure that you can sustain it. So order and structure together make the work that you do more lasting. It makes the results that you want to accomplish more lasting. Like I always say, the difference between growth and climbing is, when you are climbing up, you may climb fast, but one false step and you slip down. Growing is a more patient process that requires good order and structure. You may add height only by inches, but it's for yours to keep. So welcome to the Virgo full moon, and I wish you absolutely the very best.